YouTube is happening. It's Friday, May 2nd, and we're going to talk about Major League Soccer. First soccer video on the channel. So we're going to walk through this together. We're going to hold hands and go through this together, okay? I already filmed the whole thing one time and then apparently found out that my sheet had the home and away reversed. That ain't gonna work. So we got to start from scratch. So we're gonna do it again. So I've already went through all these games once, but now I have the right home and the right, we know where everybody's playing finally. So good stuff. So we're going to break every game down. We're going to look at the stats, the props, all the usual stuff. We have the injuries, all that good stuff. So shout out to the whoever caught that in the comment that said, hey, they were wrong. They're away. Yeah, everybody was wrong. So that's why we're doing this again. So enough of that. If you want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheet, members will have the spreadsheet later today. Once I finish the video, get uploaded, either today or tonight, you already see the tab on there. It says under construction, but you'll have full access to it later. So got you, the plus members of Patreon. So other than that, enough talking. We have, as you can see, 15 games. We got 13 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Let's stop wasting time and jump to that first game right now. Okay, so we need to explain how soccer works first, because every other sport, usually the bottom team or the right-handed team is going to be the home team. Soccer, everyone's set up differently. It's the home team is hosting the other team. So home team goes first. Like this is Nashville at Atlanta. So on the spreadsheet, I need it to look like this. That way it makes sense with away and home. So you might see it differently, think it's backwards. It's not. I just did a whole video where every team was wrong. Wrong location. So hey, first video, we're going to work it out. Don't worry. So back to the game lines. We have Atlanta, we have Nashville, we have three-way here. If you want to bet the tie, you can. I don't like doing that personally. I like focusing just on the two. So Atlanta, Nashville, period. I don't want to mess with the tie. If it ties, it's a push. Cool. 2.5 is our total. Let's look over at the sheet. Atlanta is the home team. So we get to see how they do. 1-1-3, 2-0-3. They won 1-5, 16 points versus 9. So typically, in this one, the statistically better team is on the road. Statistically, so you can see all the numbers. They're better at scoring, shots. You can see everything there. Cool, right? Nice. Let's go over to the peoples because we want to see same situation. Home team is on the left for this. So yeah, you have to get used to that with soccer. I know it's a little confusing, little confusion. So you can see all the numbers there. Everything's there. Cool. And then we're going to go to props. Props is outlier, just like the things. Link in the pinned comment works for every sport. As you see, we have it set to this game, and we can see we have shots on goal for Alex and here. So now let's look at them again. Now that we have a different perspective, I'm pretty sure most of the plays are going to stay the same that I originally put out, but I just want to be safe and redo it. So we're doing the whole video twice. And shots on goal. Atlanta is at home, but they allow 29. They're 29. They're allowing 3 shots on goal per game. Nashville's getting 8.2 shots on goal. So this might be a good matchup. If you want to take a prop here, this might be the way to take. Originally, I took Nashville as the money line. So, but we'll take a look in a second. I don't like this one. I don't like just plain shots. 185, no. You plus 150 shot on goal potentially. But then I love the shots. I love the shots on goal versus the allowed. Just allowed right here. So that's nice for Nashville. 1 in corners, 1 in defense. Those 2 cancel out. Those cancel out. This all kind of the same. The main thing is they can score. Atlanta hasn't scored a goal in 3 straight games. You look at it, they're literally 0-0-0, 1-4. That's how you have a 1 average. So I still lean Nashville money line. I understand that Atlanta's at home and Atlanta's the favorite, but I don't see it. I just still don't see it. I'm still going to take Nashville on the road. So NSH money line. We're going to take Nashville to win the game outright next. Okay, next up we got New England and Toronto. Toronto is hosting New England. Remember that. So it looks this way, but it's going to be confusing. Remember, I'm going to say it every time until we get used to it. So we have Toronto is a 150 favorite at home with a 2.5 total. And I know they're at home because I look at the schedule and it says they're playing in Canada. So that's how I know. Buddy, spreadsheet. So here we go. Toronto has only got 7 points. New England's got 13 points. You can see how they've done in the last 5 games. It's not looking good for Toronto. I took the under in this one first time around because look at the numbers. They're just not good. But then I needed to swap it correctly because of home and away numbers because goals matter. We can see information, all the home and away information. So I still lean the under. I'm not going to change my mind on that. I had under 2.5. It's currently like 125 or something like that. Yeah, let's go look at the peoples. We have Toronto. Toronto does have a lot of people out too. That's good for not scoring goals. So, that's a lot. Wow. No wonder New England is what? Plus 134. How is Toronto favored when this many people out are questionable? Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to props, see what we got. We have one potential prop here with Gill and Peyton Miller. We looked at these. I kind of looked at Gill a little bit first time around, maybe because it was 3-0-3-1-1. Not bad, not bad. Toronto is 19th in allowing shots on goal at 5 a game, and New England is 11th at shots on goal at 4.8. So I think I like the under more than this, and then I didn't want to take Peyton either. Didn't like that. Produce plate shots, not feeling that. So I'm going to take the under again, 2.5. That doesn't change. Under 2.5. That looks good. We'll take that next. Next up, we got Montreal hosting Philadelphia. We come down here. There it is. Currently, Montreal is 120 favorite. 2.5 is our total. We look at the sheet, and we can see what's happening. 3 total points for Montreal. They ain't good. They just ain't. And Philadelphia is 19. And I don't care where this game is being played. You're telling me the team that has not won a game this season, they are 0-3-7, is going to beat the team with 19 points at 6-1-3? I ain't buying it. I'm taking Philadelphia as the dog, no matter where they play. They can play in Philadelphia. They can play in Montreal. They can play in Aruba. I don't care. Philadelphia in 5. Don't care. So let me pop over and look at some people just to make sure nothing crazy. Second time around, we get to see things. There's no real major, like there's not a bunch of list of injuries for either team, so that's good for actually both teams. Let's look at the props, see if we got anything. We got Sullivan assists. That's it. And that actually is not it because I see green. I got confused. No, literally, it's all yellow and orange and red. So no props to look at. So no, we're sticking with Philadelphia. Prove to me you can win a game, Montreal. I don't think you can. I don't know. If you do, I will golf clap you up. But I'm not. You're giving me this team on the road with plus 106 money line? Sure, we're going PHI-ML all day. I'm down. No, so far, my first 3 plays have not changed, no matter home or away. So that's kind of good. Let's move on to the next one. All right, Columbus is hosting Charlotte now, and we can see Columbus was a big favorite. Now it's making more sense why these huge favorites are such huge favorites. So 300 Columbus, 2.5 is our total. Let's look at the spreadsheet. You can see the numbers. Everything leans Columbus heavily, 21 points. Charlotte's not a bad team, though, but they're on the road. They're not as good as Columbus, though. They're both 3-0-2 last 5. I mean, this cancels. Like, I passed on this last one. I do believe I passed. No, well, there was one potential prop. Let's show the people first, so you can see all the people. Yeah, now it's making more sense now. Now that I know Charlotte has a bunch of people out, that's not good. That's why Columbus is a bigger favorite. That's why they're at home. But that's why it's all making sense now. It's adding up. So let's look over at the player props, and we can see we have one. It's Wilfred. Wilfred, what you got for us? 2-1-2-3 or 2-1-2-0-1-3-1, an average of 1.4.5, minus 200 if you want to take it. That's a little rich. I'm not taking. I might do a moneyline parlay. It's the first one. You know what we should do? I didn't do one in the first video, but we're gonna redo it. We're gonna add a line at the bottom. First ever soccer video deserves a moneyline parlay, right? I think it does. Yeah, I think it needs to. Yeah. So Columbus will go in the parlay for sure. I'll take Columbus for sure to win. I'm not paying 300 on the money line though. That's just too much. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna skip on this one and just focus on the money line parlay for them next. Okay. And now, before you ask, I'm not putting the kind of questionable ones in the money line parlay. I'm only putting like the big favorites in there because if they look good enough to where they're like I'm not paying that much, they can go in a parlay. But like Nashville and Philly, they're going to be by themselves just in case. Okay. So we're trying to avoid some risk. So let me make sure this is Colorado and DC. Let's pop those up there. Currently, DC is hosting Colorado, and we are sitting on DC is 160 at home, 2.5 is our total. Let's go to the sheet. We see the numbers overall. They're about the same. I didn't take anything in this game, I don't believe. I lie. I did. I absolutely took it. I took a prop. Ooh, let's show you. Let me get to the props. DC is not. Where is DC? Oh, right there. Found them. You can see who's playing, who's questionable. There's your stuff. DC hosting Colorado, and we go to the props, and this guy, shots on goal and goals. He's doing good in both of them. I'll show you the shots on goal. 40121. Remember that he's averaging 1.6 in his last 5 because we come to the sheet and we see that DC is allowing 6 shots on goal per game. That's a good matchup, I think. That's pretty good. We go back to the props. We look at his goals too, and we see 20111. DC is allowing 2.6 goals a game, which is second worst in the league. So if you want to take either one, I took shots on goal for minus 105. That was a good risk. We're going to right back to it. So it's going to be M.I. Hale Ovic over 0.5 shots on goal. So there you go. We got that. That'll be the play. There's a sheet again. You see why I'm taking it. We're taking advantage of that. And they put up 4.2. I think he can be one of them. We'll take that next. All right, next up we got Miami hosting New York. And we can currently see, where is it at? It's right there. Miami is 390 at home. That makes a lot more sense now. 2.5. Yep. Let's look at the spreadsheet. We see the numbers. I didn't like anything in this game. Everything was kind of just the same. Like, yeah, Miami's better at scoring, but by what, 0.4? That's not enough for me to care. If anything, 2.5 under I could take, but I didn't like anything here. Let's go over to the Peoples. Let's look at those, and we're already there. Everybody seems to be playing, but maybe Ruiz. New York has a few people out already and questionable, so I can see why Miami's 390. But I'm not even putting Miami in the parlay. I just not. There's just nothing here is screaming take Miami. We go to props. We have nothing. Messi's up here. The top one with goals at 60%. You could take that if you want to, but I'm not touching it. I'm passing completely in this game. Next up, we got Austin hosting Minnesota. And we can come down here and see it is Austin 116 with a 2.5 total. Look at the spreadsheet. Look at the numbers. Austin is not doing well recently. Minnesota's doing okay shot-wise, but the rest of it, that's a lot of red. There's not much green on here. Not much. It's just kind of disgusting. Kind of nasty. Let me show you the people. Let's find them. Let's see. That's not them. There they are. Can't miss that green logo. And you see both teams got a few players out. You can see all the information there. Let's go to the props, shall we? Make sure we put it on the right game. And nothing. So yeah, this game's a pass. There's nothing there for us. Let me show you the sheet one more time. Yeah, there you go. I'm a pass. Next. All right, next up we got Chicago hosting Orlando. And you up here or down? Where are you? Orlando City. There you are. It's in purple. Got it. We got Chicago is at 116 favorite, slight favorite, basically a pick 'em. 2.5 is our total. Let's look at the spreadsheet. We can see the numbers. 0-2-3, lost 2, 12 points, 16 points. Orlando's defense is nasty. 0.2 away, only 1 goal. At home, Chicago, they've been better at home than they have been totally, but no, not enough for me to want to take either side here. I think I like the prop in this one. Let's go to the Peoples. Let's see. Orlando is right. I guess we gotta scroll up to find Orlando, right? Yeah, there they are. Found it. So yeah, both teams have a few people out. You can see the information there. Let's go over to the props. Yes, we had Marco here. Yeah, Marco was fun. Then we got Brian. We could also look at him. So Marco, shots on goal, 1 per game, right? Chicago, 30th opponent shots on goal. They're the worst team in the league. They're allowing 7 shots on goal in the last 5, 5.75 at home, 5.4 on the season. Yeah, I will definitely go against that. Sure, not a problem. All Marco needs is 1. I'm down for that. Sure. And then the other flip side, we have Brian here who has 3-1-2-2-0. Looks good, right? Right? Just a shot on goal. That's it, right? Orlando is number 1 in allowing shots on goal. They ain't giving up many. They gave up 2.8 a game. Yeah, not a chance. I would take his under if you want to take something. So for me, the play is going to be Marco. That's what I'm taking, over 1 or over half to get 1 shot on goal. Next. All right, next up we got San Diego and Dallas. Last time I covered this, I took the over, but we'll see what's happening now. Currently, it is San Diego 285 at home, making more sense now. 2.5 is our total. Looking at the spreadsheet, we can still see the goals didn't change. They flop size, they swapped. So it's still 3.2 and 3.2 and 3.4. So that's still over 2.5. We're a full goal. We have a little bit of cushion. So in the last 5, we could take that. I'm down for over 2.5 already. Let me show you the Peoples. Let's see where they are. There they are. Dallas has a lot of people out. That's not good. That's not good at all. No wonder San Diego is such a big favorite. 285 is pretty big. With all those people out, and then you look at the spreadsheet and look at the numbers and see San Diego's better in these areas. They're better at scoring. They're better with passing. They don't turn it over much. I can see San Diego going in the money line parlay. You know what? I'm actually going to put them in the parlay. They're too big for me to take and just like a straight bet, but why not? So let's look at the props now too that we've seen everybody. Boop. We have San Diego. Nothing, no props there. So yeah, originally I took the over. I'm going to go with it again. We're going to go over 2.5. That's the total. Take that next. All right, next we got Vancouver hosting Salt Lake. And let me pull this up. Here we go. Currently it's Vancouver 400 at home. Makes sense. If you see why 2.5s are total, let me show you the spreadsheet. Yeah, it makes sense. Salt Lake ain't bad. Like they're decent average on numbers, but Vancouver's just disgusting with their numbers. They're pretty good. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Vancouver is going into the moneyline parlay. Just I'm gonna go and throw them in there. Let's look over at the people. Anything we're gonna have a bunch of people missing? Let's look. Vancouver has Salt Lake has a bunch of people questionable. Whoa, and one suspension. That is a lot. You have a few questionables as well. Damn. That's a lot. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, props. Let's see. We have Pedro here. We have Luna. We have Elder. Let's look at all these people. I didn't take anything in this game last time, I'm pretty sure. So shots on goal. No, both teams are, no one's bad at shots on goal. Defense or, yeah, shots. And then shots on goal. Yeah, I didn't like any of these last time. No one really stood out. So I passed overall, but I am going to put Vancouver into the moneyline parlay. Next. All right, we got Houston and LA. LA is hosting Houston. There we go. Currently, LA is 450. 450. 2.5 is our total. Spreadsheet, let's see why. I didn't understand it the first time. Even flopping back where LA is at home, I still don't get why there's such, unless Houston has like 100 people out, which, well, kind of. That's a lot of people out. But I'm not... Yeah, you see that, but I don't see anything really screaming like, okay, they're both good at offense. There's nothing like they're already better at shooting. Their defense is better. You're better at corners. Passes, sure, they have the best percentage at 88. That's pretty good. But I'm not putting LA in when we got better numbers for Houston in some areas. LA's better here. There's nothing screaming take. Hell, if you told me there was a pick 'em without seeing injuries, I wouldn't know what to take. I would pass. And you're telling me that LA is 450? Because a bunch of people for Houston are out. I get it, but no. Props? Anybody? Any props? Ponce, let's look at you. Did I take you last time? I think I did. Houston 0-1-2-1-2 against LA. LA allows 4.2 shots on goal. Did I take you? I don't know if I did, but if I did, I don't like it now. I'm not liking this. We're gonna pass. Next. All right, next up is San Jose hosting Portland. Easy. This one was easy. You'll see in a second why it's easy. Where'd it go? How far? There's not, I mean, there it is. San Jose, Portland. San Jose is 183 and 3.5 is our total. Like, what? A 3.5? Yeah. You know why? That's why. 2.4, 2.8. They're averaging over 5. They're scoring over almost 4 allowed. Yeah, it's a high score. 2 high scoring teams. The 2 highest scoring teams in the last 5 games to be exact. You can see the shots, both top 4 shots on goal. Love that. They both give up a bunch of corners. Love that for the over. I mean, come on. What else will we take? Weather? Not weather. Why did I say weather? Where is it at? I need Portland. There they are. They don't have a bunch of injuries. It's a couple each. Then it's all questionable, except for Lopez is out. But you see the numbers there. I guess he's questionable too. But nothing really stands out. Props. We have Costa shots. We can look at it, but I'm taking the over. Yeah. Nah, we're going to go over 3. I know 3.5 is a large number because every other game's 2.5, but they're averaging way more than that. I'm going to take over 3.5 next. Okay, last game is going to be Seattle and St. Louis. Last game for Saturday. We still got 2 for Sunday. So last Saturday game, we want Seattle, and they are right here. Got it. Seattle is 550, but there's a massive injury or whatever list for St. Louis. I've already seen it. 2.5. Spreadsheet. Yeah, Seattle's way better statistically on this area. They're better here, this area. They're 2-2-1 versus 0-2-3. You can see all the stuff there. Good stuff overall. Yeah, so from there, let's look at the peoples. Who do we have on the peoples? We want St. Louis, which is right there. Look at that list of people. My God, that's a lot of people. So they got some out too, but damn, all these are questionable. You're suspended. That is, whew, okay. Props. In this one, all we have is... Make sure I do the right one. Yeah, there were no props in this one. So this was a pass, but I am going to throw Seattle into that moneyline parlay. Just straight up throwing them in there. I'm down. So we'll do that next. All right, moving on to the 2 Sunday games. We start with Cincinnati at NYC. currently, NYC's favored, which is kind of funny to me because Cincy is crushing. They're 5-0 in last five with a 5-game winning streak, and they're playing amazing. I don't care, just like the other one, Philly. I don't care where this is. I'm taking Cincinnati to win the game. So that's just, I mean, why wouldn't I? Show me why New York should win. Unless there's a massive list of injuries, which I'm not aware of. Let me roll down and look at it. Let's take a look together, shall we? There's a few. Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, they got people can step in. You're 5-0. That's a team thing. You're good. So yeah, I'm taking that for sure. Let me show you the props anyways. We do have you shots on goal. If you really want to take a shot on goal, he is minus 200. But here you go. And New York City is they're 4.8, which is 18th in allowing shots on goal. Let me show you right there. So what I'm talking about right here, right there. Not good enough. If you were in the red, if this was 23 or like 25, sure, I'll take it. Yeah, you're 100%, but I'd rather take Cincinnati money line. Just saying. Give me the money line Cincy at plus what? Plus 138? Yeah, I'll take that. Next. Okay, last one is KC hosting LA Galaxy. It is right here, and it is KC 200. 2.5 is our total. Let's look at the sheet. We can see both teams, not the best. 7 points, 3 points. 0-3-7, haven't won a game. 2-1-7. Both teams have combined for 14 losses. That is wild. Let's see. Yeah, that's not good at all. So yeah, we didn't. I passed on this last time, but I will still show you everything else. So you can see your peoples, you can see who's in and out. There you go. Let's look at the props. There is one prop for you to take shots on goal. Not the best. Yeah, not good. Now this is going against LA, who is 15th at defending shots on goal. So no, nothing I would take. So I'm going to end it right there. We're going to go back to the schedule so we can see the overall schedule of all the teams. So that ended up being a bunch of passes. Ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays overall, and a money line parlay, which I didn't have the first time around. So now Nashville, Philly, and Cincy are not going in the parlay. I want them to be their own individual things. They are dogs for a reason. I want to see what happens. But the Columbus, San Diego, Vancouver, and Seattle are all together. They're a group of 4. They're going together. So cool. Other than that, hey, I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Shout out to the one who caught the away home mishap, because I'm used to other sports where everything, I already explained it. So other than that, go check out the HQ. And I appreciate being here, and we'll see you next week for some more MLS. Peace.